I have wet noodle hair tonight. Just washed my hair and I can't be bothered to dry it. So this is the aesthetic we're going for tonight. You know you love it. Before we jump into today's pick a card reading, I want to give a great big energetic hug and a wonderful shout out to Carolyn and Frank for sending me 2 gorgeous decks that I'll be able to use in readings for you all and in my personal readings as well. So we have here the Seasons of the Witch. This is the Lamas Oracle and it contributes to my growing Seasons of the Witch collection. And we also have here this really sweet Witches Familiar Oracle deck. They are linked in the description box below if you're thinking about getting them for yourself. Thank you for your kind gifts. Whatever gifts you send my way, guys, I use them for the whole collective. So our family is just growing in fun stuff. Enough about that, let's divinate. Hey crew, welcome to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local lightworker. Welcome to a pick a card reading on the topic, what is your crush doing right now? Maybe you've just recently met somebody who's sparking up your love interest. Maybe you're in a situationship with somebody. You may have met somebody online, you're looking forward to meeting them in person, but you're wondering, what is this person doing when they're not talking to me? What are they thinking and feeling authentically? Because, you know, in the beginning stages of a relationship, people may be a little bit hiding a lot of their personality traits because they want to begin on a nice foot, on a positive intention. They want to impress you. So there's not necessarily something bad. A person doesn't necessarily have to overwhelm you with their authenticity and life story the minute that they met you. But I'm sure that you clicked on this reading because you're curious to find out more. You want to figure out some things about your crush before you commit further to this connection. So you're in luck. This is why I felt incredibly inspired tonight. I was actually taking a bath with some hyssop, and I felt like Spirit literally pulled me out of the bathtub and said, you have to do this reading. I felt this inner conviction inside of myself that this reading needed to exist. So this is why you have this impromptu background. I'm actually on my bed. I'm not in front of my desk at the moment because I have some minor back pain. Pluto has shifted this week from Capricorn into Aquarius, and it will stay in the sign for the next 2 decades. It's been an energetically powerful week. There were a lot of fears that came up to the surface, and unfortunately I think I somatized a couple of them. Usually when a big planet shifts, we are getting some light codes that require some time and some efforts to be integrated. So I'm gearing up for a weekend of deep breathing and stretching and yoga postures. So yeah, feel free to join me as well if you have also been feeling a little bit haywire this week. There's a lot of healing chaos that Pluto in Aquarius is unleashing in the collective, so I hope that you will benefit from it. Anyway, without further ado, I have here 4 cards from the Deep, Dark and Dangerous Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. I am so drawn to this oracle deck in this period. It has the stories of a lot of gods and monsters from Greek mythology, and I thought that I will show you the cards and also read you the very concise explanation that comes with each of these cards in order to help you choose. Okay, so I'm not going to sit here and tell you the entire story of the characters that you see here in front of you. I will share a little bit about the background of these mythical characters at your specific pile, but here I just want to help you choose, and I want to also maybe give you some personal inspiration, maybe some guidance that you need to hear related to yourself before you dive into a description of what your crush is doing, because you know that how we are also manifests the quality of our relationships. So I will begin first with number 1, which is number 1. Duh. I'm in a weird mood, but a good mood, a weird good mood. Here for you, group 1, we have Rest, Hypnos. This is also my card. I'm playing along with you guys. So the advice for this card is prioritize rest and sleep. Allow yourself to dream. You need the grace of rest to be at your best. The unconscious has great depth and power, so explore it if you can. Use your imagination. Do not stay asleep to your potential. Awaken to your power. Hypnos is the Greek god of sleep. So this is for you, group 1, if you feel drawn towards it. Now for group 2, I have here a character that is relatively known, the goddess of witchcraft, magic, potions, and herbalist, the ancient herbalist of Greek mythology, Circe. And the advice of this card is, you are magic, group 2. Be your own alchemist. Deepen your plant and herbal knowledge. Do not trust fleeting first impressions. Sometimes things are not exactly as they seem. You have to look deeper. Get clear about what is real and what is not. Okay, so this may help you as well, not just the image or the name, maybe the advice as well. Now for you, group 3, we have here the ancient Greek heroes, the fighters who were usually associated with the ants for some reason. I know. We have here Myrmidon, discipline. Develop or engage your self-discipline. Use your will to get a difficult task completed. Work together as a team. There is a time to go solo and a time to work with others to achieve a goal. Developing self-discipline can also assist with learning and leadership. Embody the change you wish to see. So that's your personal advice, but maybe you're drawn to the card in order to figure out more about your crush. And finally, we have here Hades, or Pluto, the god of the underworld. Everything has a cycle and a time span. Death is a natural part of life. Plan your legacy, group 4. What matters most? Knowing this helps you to live a better life. Move through change. Think about what ideas have passed their use by date and can be left behind in your life. So maybe this advice applies to you and it will help you make a choice, a better choice. Choosing for yourself could also be choosing for your crush, especially for those of you who are in some sort of spiritual connection and you may be mirroring each other. So group 1, Hypnos, group 2, Circe, group 3, Myrmidon, and group 4, Hades. We are going to find out right now the answer to the question, what is your crush doing right now? What are they thinking and feeling about you? If you have made your choice, then I will not keep you waiting. Thank you so much for your love and support. I'm sending you so much positive energy. I love you so, family. And now, let's begin the reading. Hey group 1, welcome to a pick a card reading on the topic of what is your crush doing at the moment. So this is for those of you that were drawn to Hypnos, the Greek god of sleep. He was the son of goddess Nyx, the goddess of the sky, and he had a twin brother called Thanatos. That's why you see the two men here in this image. Thanatos was the god of death. That's why you see the sickle, or the scythe, better said. It's larger, so it's a scythe. And usually he's associated with also the god Saturn from time to time. So we see here Hypnos and his twin brother Thanatos. I feel that you may be dealing with somebody who could be a little bit contradictory. A person that could have a dual nature. Your crush could be somebody that either has a twin brother, in reality, although the likelihood for this to apply to the majority of you, because this is a general reading, is very small. But I needed to mention that indeed this may be a crush that has a twin brother, or a brother that looks completely like they're very similar in mannerisms and behaviors, but style-wise they look very different, right? One of them could have blonde hair, the other one dark hair. I do think that on a spiritual level, you're dealing here with an individual that is quite dreamy, quite artistic, but can be a little bit hot and cold, can be sometimes incredibly aware and charismatic, and other times he can be infuriatingly detached, and he may cut connection with you, right? The site separates, cuts, and you don't know what to think. So maybe that's why you're here. And I have your oracle cards here as well, so let's show them to you. We have here the Firefly, fire energy. We have a Reframe, the Serpent, Rebirth, Unconventionality and Nonconformity, Bright Future, the darkest hour is just before the dawn. Okay. So let me just bring the cards a little bit closer to me so I can have a look at them. And your tarot cards, if I can find my tarot. Let's see. So my hair is going to dry while I am doing this tarot reading for you guys. So it could be that something that was a little bit bland is going to grow or develop. Something that was quite flowing between the two of you is becoming a little bit dry. So the tarot has the following cards for you. We have the Nine of Swords. I see here the Queen of Pentacles. And we also see the Ten of Swords. Ooh, your crush is thinking of you. They do see you as a person of worth, but they feel that you are in some way harming them with your words. You're using your worth. In their opinion, your crush thinks that you are using your words, your beauty, and your pragmatic nature to kind of attack this individual. So your crush feels in some way attacked by you. Mentally, they're not having a really good time. They're not in a good place. It could be that this individual, because you are drawn to Hypnos, this individual could be spending most of their time sleeping. So you may be dealing here with somebody who is a little bit depressed, somebody who may need some sort of professional help in order to get themselves back on their feet. Because, I mean, the Nine of Swords is not really the best kind of energy to have in a reading, especially a love reading. And next to it, the Ten of Swords, this is like a person that feels anxious, betrayed, has nightmares, cannot sleep, is an insomniac, may indulge in all sorts of toxic behaviors, like they may drink in order to fall asleep or chain smoke. This is an individual that's trying to somehow emotionally regulate their intensity of feelings by doing certain things that are not really healthy. I also feel that you could be dealing here with a medic, a doctor, somebody that could be spending a lot of time at work. They may not be able to sleep, mostly because they have to be at the hospital on long night shifts, or somebody that could be working in a profession in which they have to do the graveyard shift, so they're drinking a lot of coffee because they have to stay awake at night and watch over something, guard over something. And I'm saying this because Hypnos also represents the energy in modern times of anesthesia, right? So if somebody needs to perform an operation, they give you an anesthetic, hopefully, in the best kind of cases, So I am feeling that you may be dealing here with somebody who works in a hospital or is a doctor, a medic, could work at the morgue. Like I'm seeing here a professional dressed in a white coat, or somebody that has to deal with some pretty, the harsher side of life, So when your crush is not with you, they are working, most likely. And when they are not working, most likely they are trying to sleep unsuccessfully because they have a ton of thoughts. They cannot stop thinking about this connection with you. And they may choose to block their thoughts or their feelings from you by engaging in toxic substances, toxicity in general, overeating, undereating, over drinking, under hydration. Like, this is an individual that kind of struggles a little bit with the idea that they could have a really beautiful relationship with you. They do see you in high regard. They see you as this very earthy, pragmatic, sensual person. You could be a mother, you may have a child. They see you as somebody that's very organized and disciplined. You always pay close attention to details. You may not actually be like this or see yourself in this way, but this is how your crush is seeing you at the moment, okay? So keep that in mind. The serpent here could say that maybe your crush is born in the lunar year of the serpent, which is interesting because next year in 2025, we will be having this transit of the serpent. We will be celebrating the serpent. The serpent again talks about healing professions, pharmacies. It also talks about transformation, shedding your skin. It is also about secrecy and spirituality. But it is also about venom. A snake could bite you and infect you, and some snakes are incredibly poisonous. So again, there's this energy of toxicity, venom. It's not a really wonderful energy. I don't really like the fact that this person has you on their mind and the way that they're thinking about you. There needs to be, like, your person is thinking that there needs to be a different way in which they think about this connection with you. They want to change their mind about something, or they want to convince you to change your mind about something that you decided in this relationship to them. They're very focused on you, almost to the point of obsession. But I do think that your person occasionally has these glimmers, right? These moments of, wait, hang on a minute, I see the light. I love this person. I feel so deeply affectionate towards you, and we're going to have a really bright future. So it's kind of sad to see. I'm going to pull more tarot cards. If I remember where I put my tarot, like, there we go. I'm a little bit messy tonight, guys, but I felt called to do the reading, so I'm doing it. The Eight of Cups. They're attached to something, someone. It's a something, most likely, yeah. Either an addiction, and they could be addicted or married to their job as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be an addiction to substances, although in some cases you may have the two scenarios, right? A person that comes home from work and they have a really intense job and they decompress by taking pills, you know, smoking weed, all sorts of things like that. I see here with the Eight of Cups, they don't want to do something that is painful, but they know that when they will do that, they will feel liberated and they will be better able to show up in this relationship with you. Your person could also be exercising or running around a body of water, around a lake. They may go weekends at a lake house or someplace, like they may go swimming as well. They could enjoy swimming. This could be their saving grace. They may like taking trips by boat. They may have a boat. They may go fishing. So when they are not with you, this is how they are spending their time. I also see here, and I need to say it, an indication that this person could be drinking. They may be going out to drink in bars and pubs, in locations where there's alcohol and libations. So it's strange, but the energy is, it's kind of dreamy. It's very Neptunian, yeah, because we had Hypnos here. It's very mental and emotional. It's not very stable. I see that in this connection, you are the stable core, the Queen of Coins. You are the one that provides the center, the order of the day, the one that says, this is what we're going to do, and this is for how long we're going to do it. And I'm sorry I keep touching my nose, but it's itching. And this usually happens when I divinate. It's a sign that spirit is present. And I see here as well that also I feel like I'm getting also itches on my nose when the weather changes. You know how some people get back pains, it's like, or shoulder pains or something like that when the weather changes. I get like Samantha and Bewitched, right? It's just that I don't have the special power to make people invisible yet. Anyway, coming back to your reading, it could be that a weather change metaphorically could represent in this reading the situation. If it's been gloomy between you and your crush, the sun is going to come through. You will experience better weather in the situation. There will be more fire. So the fire is the element of the sun, and this means that there will be more warmth, more heat. Yeah, the energy will be a bit more dry. If it was damp and kind of hard to breathe in this connection, if you felt suffocated in some way, or if you felt like your enthusiasm was dampened by improper atmospheric conditions. It's like I'm the weather channel, I'm the spiritual weather channel. But you understand the metaphors, you're familiar with me. I'm sure that a lot of people that are familiar with my work will click on this specific pile. This is also my pile, by the way. I'm playing along with you guys. So I see here that this person is quite artistic, quite sweet, but they have this dual nature that they may not even be aware of. The weather in this connection is going to change. It will move from dark to bright. I do think that you guys, if you weather the storm, you are going to actually have a really nice, loving connection. If there was a spark that was lost, if you initially had compatibility and then all of a sudden, where's this person, what's happening? It will come back. The firefly is a promise that things are going to spark up again. They may not last for too long. This may be a short-term connection. So even if you get back or reconnect with this crush that you may have been distancing yourself from, it may be just a short-term connection. It could last just for 2 to 3, 4 months, right? It may not be something long-term. It definitely doesn't spell marriage potential, but it will be something that you will learn from, that you will gain something important from. And I do feel that this person is quite loving. They're very like soulful and spiritual in the kind of love that they can give you. It's like, I feel like this person has the capacity to accept others unconditionally, but it's just that they're fighting their darker twin. They're fighting their shadow energy. Instead of accepting it and working through it, they have a side of themselves that they're constantly at war with. And this is what blocks them for having long-term, meaningful, loving connections. This is your reading. I'm going to stop it here. I hope you have enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments what is your situation. If you want to get in touch with me for a more personal reading specifically tailored to your needs, feel free to do that. Second link in the description box takes you to my website. But if this is where I leave you, then take great care of yourself, okay? Group 1, sending you love. Mwah. Ciao. Hi Group 2, welcome to a pick a card reading on the topic of what is your crush doing at the moment? Let's figure things out. So this is for those of you who are drawn to the Circe. That's how I like to pronounce her name, but I'm sure that if you are English speaking, you may pronounce her name Circe. So she was one of the greatest witches, herbalists, and potion makers of ancient Greek. She was born out of the Titan god Helios, the god of the sun, and it is presumed that she had golden eyes. She was very beautiful. She was unfortunately exiled by the goddess Athena on an island that was very sparsely populated and had very little plants. But with the little that she had, she built a very bountiful existence. It is believed that when Odysseus, on his travel back home to Ithaca, stopped and met her on the island, she was surrounded by all these wild beasts, and he was so impressed by this woman living alone on an island and mastering all these beasts. Well, it turns out that these wild beasts were actually sailors who roamed on her island, and she transformed them all. She's famously the one that also helped her sister Pasiphae trapped the Minotaur into the maze. And it is also believed that she also transformed the beautiful nymph Scylla into a terrifying monster. So we're dealing here with, first of all, a person that by extension, your crush could be somebody of the same gender as you. So you're here, maybe a woman inquiring about another woman, a man inquiring about another man, most likely for most of you. And if you're here, heterosexual, inquiring about a member of the opposite sex, you're dealing here with an individual that has a very large mother wound that they're trying to heal at the moment by appealing to spirituality and the occult. Yeah, the key word here is alchemy, fire and water. You may be a fire sign inquiring about a water sun sign, or vice versa. You may be a water sun sign inquiring about a fire sun sign. Because we do know that in alchemy, we need water and fire in very specific amounts. One should not overpower or overwhelm the other one, but in very specific amounts, apparently, they can create beautiful, beautiful light. And it is said that water and fire in the correct amounts can create or help in the creation of the Philosopher's Stone. Okay, all that being said, let's see, what does the tarot, I want to give you first your tarot cards. For group 1, it was a little bit messy how I gave them the cards, so for you, I want to be structured. You may be dealing here with somebody who is structured, likes to keep a tight ship. That's what I'm hearing. This person may be the owner of their business. They could be an entrepreneur, a person that is in a managerial position, a person that is a trainer, a coach, a teacher, somebody that has responsibility over other people, maybe a psychotherapist, a healer. But most likely you're dealing here with a person who's very intelligent, very organized, very productive, creative, a person who may identify with their occupation very strongly. Yeah, this person does something that they love and they're very passionate about it. It may consume their whole life to the point where they are finding it very hard to reply to your text messages or emails, to talk to you, to just basically try to get to know you or allow you to get to know her or him. Okay, so let me show you the cards that's dropped for you. I'm going to show you the oracle cards as well. So we have here Knight of Pentacles reversed, Seven of Pentacles, interesting, a lot of pentacles, Ace of Swords reversed, Three of Swords, ouch. Patience, through the darkness into the light. The Cage, freedom, release, and reclaiming power. Gratitude. And Air, the Raven. Okay, so what is your crush doing when they are not thinking of you? I feel like this crush is a little bit one-sided. I think you are more into this person than they are into you. In certain cases, they may not even be aware that you're into them. Yeah, this is a crush that it began from you. Like you're feeling very attractive to this magical individual, right? And I see here that this person is very grateful for the life that they are living. They live in this growth mentality. They challenge themselves to do a lot of brave things. This person could also be grateful for the many lucky opportunities that have appeared in their life. So your crush is very grateful. They could be a public speaker. They could have a job that they love and they could earn quite well. They're safe and they're okay. They are not doing without. They are able to fulfill a lot of their needs, less so the more emotional ones. They do feel a little bit trapped at the moment in the circumstances of their life. Your crush may not be able to travel, maybe feeling a little bit limited in the environment in which they live, right? So they could be feeling like their freedom is threatened, like their capacity to feel like the world is expansive and safe has shrunk, right? They could be tied to a project or tied into a specific occupation that is requiring a lot of their energy, and they need to put effort into this to see it through, right? So they are feeling a little bit caged in. They have a bit of a cabin fever energy. They're feeling a bit restless. But I think this is mostly not in relation to you, but in relation to their job. They are a very patient person, and they know that if they can put up with darkness, eventually they're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. They're a very wise person, very wise, an old soul, yeah. This person may also be older than you by a couple of years, maybe 2 years. This individual has a lot of wisdom, knowledge, lived experience to share with other people. But I see that this person is unfortunately focused on somebody else, a low vibrational earth sign that broke their heart. Yeah, I see here most likely a man of the same age as your crush is. So your crush is unfortunately not really thinking about you, group 2. I'm sorry if this is not what you want to hear. You know, I'm honest and I read the cards as you see them, yeah? So your crush is heartbroken about the fact that a connection with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, a man, did not work out, yeah? So a man of the same age that they really had high hopes that this person could be somebody stable or reliable, honest in their life, didn't work out. and your crush is still trying to understand what went wrong in that connection. Why? You know, am I not worthy? What's going on here? So at the moment, they are like, your crush is reluctant to speak to you, is reluctant to speak to most people. I feel like a lot of their mental energy is turned within. They may be doing a lot of diary work. They could be doing some counseling. They're just learning, reading, trying to interpret symbols. They're very focused on figuring things out about their soul and their romantic life on their own. I mean, with the help of people that they solicit, but not with the help of another romantic partner at the moment. So they are single, but they're still thinking mentally about a connection that didn't work out with a male earth sign of the same age as they. They're not open to dialogue, so try not to message or text or call them because you may be rejected, and I really want to protect you from rejection, because if you keep being rejected by this person, it will turn into a lot of sensitivity towards trying to talk to this person, and you may be discouraged from pursuing them. But I see that with baby steps, slow and steady in time, there may be some sort of a lucrative opportunity between you and your crush. For some of you, you're crushing on somebody that you met at work, and you need to be very patient in this process with this person, step by step, daily. You know, talk to them a little bit, say hi a little bit each day, talk to them in lunch breaks. You know, if you both are smokers, go on a smoking break together occasionally. You know, bring them a coffee or allow them to give a coffee to you. Just small, tiny, everyday gestures really make a lot of sense in this situation, and in time they will build up into a really beautiful, harmonious connection, the connection that you may be dreaming at the moment that you will have with them. So this connection requires work. Yeah, I want to be very clear about this. You have to put in the work every day, bit by bit, like a little coin that you put into your ceramic piggy box. You know, in time it will lead to you amassing a small fortune, but it requires the daily effort of you saving up a penny each day. Yeah, so slow and steady wins the race if you want to be with this person. This person is incredibly spiritual. I mean, yeah, I'm hearing that they may have been rejected by other people, or their love life is not very eventful because of the fact that they're so spiritual. And I'm laughing because this happened to me this summer as well. I think I talked to you guys and I told you how I tried to go on a Tinder date, and no, it wasn't Tinder, it was Bumble, because I haven't been using Tinder for a couple of years. But I opened myself to the world of dating. I went on a Bumble date, and the guy was really nice. You know, we had a really nice conversation. We walked a lot, we talked a lot. It was a beautiful summer night as well. But then in the end, he just said, I'm too spiritual for him. It wasn't really dramatic. It wasn't like a really tough rejection. But yeah, okay. I'm happy that he didn't waste my time and that he was so honest, you know, and brave to tell me right off the bat, look, it's not working out. You're just too spiritual for me. I'm an atheist. So, you know, that's really kind. But yeah, it could be that I share this personal story again because it may be that this is what your crush has been going through. Some of you are crushing on me. Okay, I take that back, sorry. No, but it could be that you're crushing on somebody that is quite spiritual, maybe another tarot reader, another occult practitioner, a person that is into Wicca, just a person that is into healing. So I see here very strongly an individual that enjoys mental challenges, enjoys educating themselves. With the Raven here, I'm also seeing an individual that likes to spend a lot of time on their own. So your crush, it really enjoys their solitude. They don't suffer for being alone, but they suffer because they do not understand why things sometimes happen the way that they do. So your person, your crush, suffers from being kept in the dark about something. You know, they hate not being able to figure things out. But they don't suffer in solitude. They actually enjoy their solitude. Yeah. They may be going through a problem, a mental health issue at the moment. They're trying to build themselves back up mentally, emotionally, energetically. So give them time, be patient. But this is basically what I see for you. This is what your crush is doing at the moment. I hope this helps. Group 2, I'm going to end the reading here. Thank you for listening. Comment down below and let me know your experience. And if you want to get in touch with me for a personal reading, I do offer those. Second link in the description box takes you to my website where you can see a range of affordable options. Thank you so much. See you in my next one. Mwah. Lots of love. Hi group 3, hello darlings, welcome to a pick a card reading on the topic, what is your crush doing at the moment? Let's find out. So this is for those of you that were drawn to Myrmidon. So we have here the energy of discipline. Now this is a really interesting Greek myth, and it refers to the fact that Hera and Zeus, you know, they were the power couple of ancient Greece, Zeus being the king of the kings, the god of the gods on Mount Olympus. They got bored one day, they didn't know what to do, so they destroyed the island of a king, but they basically tried to pulverize a lot of its inhabitants, but they kept the king and his sons alive. And in order to repopulate the island and to give them something to do, they created a lot of warriors in an ant-like formation, in an ant-like shape. They transformed the warriors into ants and the ants into warriors. It's a very bizarre myth. I don't know if I explained it as good as it actually appears in ancient mythology, but I do want you to know that you're dealing here with an individual that has this force, strength, loyalty, and discipline to his clan, to his community. This is an individual that is very much backed up by brotherhood, sisterhood, by people such as ancestors, relatives, the community, neighbors. You're dealing here with an individual that is hardworking, even though they may come from like an ordinary strata of society. You're not potentially dealing here with somebody who's ultra rich or famous, or somebody that went and studied at St. Andrews or Eton, you know. This is an ordinary person who's very hardworking. They are backed up by their community 120%, and they are like an everyday fighter, right? The Myrmidons were helping Achilles in his fight for Troy. Unfortunately, they lost their leader because of Achilles' heel, so he got shot with an arrow in his heel, and they basically lost the image that was leading them into battle. So there are a lot of really interesting backstories, you know, related to the Myrmidons, and I challenge you to fact check me and go and discover the story. But coming back to your specific reading, so I can see here that you're dealing with an individual that initially you thought that they were pretty ordinary, but the more you got to know them, the more interesting they became. Now we also have here intention. So the keyword here is spinning fate. We also have here spirit, unicorn. Okay, you're dealing here with the Moira. So the fates, the three daughters of fate that appear when there is a destined event supposedly taking place, but also when a person's soul incarnates and then comes out. We have here the freedom card. We also have here prudence, self-assurance, integrity, clear-mindedness. Yeah, for some reason I got stuck on the Moira, on the fate. Lachesis, Atropos, and Clothos, if I'm not mistaken. The one that spins the needle of life, the other one that cuts it, and the other one that binds it. I'm sorry, it's like I feel like I'm not being very confident in the story that I'm describing here, although I do know my mythological stories quite well. You're dealing here with somebody who has a lot of knowledge, but they lack confidence. Yeah, that's exactly, okay, wow. An individual that I think that you believe, no, your crush believes, it's not you. Your crush believes that you are like perfect in every every kind of way. They think you're a unicorn. Like, where did you appear? You dropped from heaven. Are you an angel? You know, all of those cheesy, old-timey cliches. This person is thinking about those. I do think that this is a situation in which you're maybe a person that put a lot of effort into their style, their education. You took advantage of all the opportunities that appeared in your life. Your family may have backed you up as well, or you did it all on your own, in which case, well done. And then you crushed on somebody who's pretty commonplace and ordinary, or initially that was the impression. But then I feel like that you found out that this person has so many qualities. Like, you figured out that this is an individual that will fight for you, will defend you, will protect you, is loyal, is hardworking, is a person with very strong moral values, is a person that is respected by other people in the community. And you were like, oh my God, I'm completely changing this mindset that I had of this person. And what they think of you, because that's why you're here, is that they think that you are an individual that can do whatever you want to do. You can achieve whatever you want to achieve. You have the freedom and the means to travel, to educate yourself, to achieve all your goals, to get a well-paid job, to live in a really nice neighborhood, to get married to whomever you want. They see you as a unicorn, God's gift, right? They don't know what struck them. They feel so lucky that they have met you. But there may be a class discrepancy. There could even be a racial difference here between the two of you, right? You could be white, your crush could be black. You could be black, your crush could be white, or maybe Latino or Asian, or, you know, there is a power imbalance here. That's what I'm picking up on. There is a separation, a chasm between you two, and it's created by not your gender, but your class or racial background, your culture, and even the fact that I believe that you feel in some way like you're on your own, but this person is actually supported by a lot of people. Yeah, that's why it's kind of like strange. You may have met this person while you were studying, because I was telling you all these myths and facts, and yeah, maybe you guys kind of connected at school, at university, while you were taking some sort of personal improvement class, or you were undergoing some sort of additional training, like you want to become an art therapist, right? And you signed up to do that kind of a training, or you want to become an accountant and you signed up to do that kind of training, so on and so forth. You know, I feel like you guys may have met one another when you were doing something mental, when you were trying to learn and improve. Maybe some of you were buddies in a language training course. Maybe you're trying to both learn the same language, you know. I met a lot of my ex-boyfriends and crushes in language training courses, actually. So that's a great way, if you guys are looking to date and expand your pool, get off of social dating apps, because they're very toxic at the moment. Just improve a skill, yeah? Get into, I don't know, sewing, or learning a different language, and do it in a group of people, right? Because it helps. This person sees you as being somebody very balanced, very beautiful, very prudent. I see here Libra energy. So either you or your crush could have some markers in Libra. Maybe you both have them. One of you is a sun in Libra and the other one has an ascendant in Libra, or one of you has a moon in Libra, the other one has Venus in Libra. Libra is very strong here. It also talks about the fact that you guys could be very good counterparts. So different from what I saw in group 1's reading, I feel that this has potential, and I think that it was fated. That's why the Morai were so strongly present in your reading, and I could feel their energy still. So it's like the three spirits or witches or goddesses that spin the thread of life and decide the destiny of mortals. They are very present in this specific reading. Yeah, they are watching over you guys, and they manipulated the encounter between the two of you. They manufactured it. So it was fate. You are dealing here potentially with a karmic counterpart. Clear-mindedness and integrity. This is a connection that has a lot of positive energy. I don't feel like you guys are going through some shady business with this individual. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Or this is not a shady person, in case you were worried, yeah? So the first card that dropped out, the Page of Swords. Yeah, you guys are both kind of like inexperienced at talking to one another. There may be a language divide here. Yeah, maybe one of you is a native English speaker, the other one could be a native Arab speaker or something of that nature. Maybe one of you is Japanese, the other one could be German. There's a variety of combinations here from the point of view of language and culture. But I think that you guys are trying to understand each other's communication styles. There is a lot about learning, reading, communicating, the online environment, exchanging words, exchanging homework advice, tips and tricks related to grammar, spelling, punctuation. The Page of Swords is this energy of I'm being a student, I'm learning, I'm still developing my mind. I don't know exactly how to communicate, but I'm learning, I'm open. It is also this enthusiastic energy of sharing gifts and memes and having fun with the online environment. You guys may have also been drawn to the world of technology, AI development, coding, right? So maybe you met at a conference that dealt with these issues, or you were both applying for the same kind of jobs in technology. We have here the Four of Wands as well. So potential for the two of you to come together in a very beautiful way. This is about your person feels that you are familiar. You make them feel at home, at ease, yeah? It's like they want to put their arm around you because it's like, you're my homie. You're the person I call my center, you know? They feel there's this very warm kind of energy, very warm, soothing vibe. Like you are a spot of warm orange light in their life, yeah? This person could be surrounded by difficult circumstances. I just keep putting my cards everywhere tonight. I'm like a healing chaos tornado. This person may have grown up in a really rough environment. Maybe they come from a violent place or violent neighborhood. They had to learn how to take care of themselves and of the people that they love very fiercely from a young age. But you provide them with some sort of relaxation, like you carry this energy of, with you I can relax, with you I feel safe, with you my quality of life will increase, you know? So they see you as marriage material. They see you as somebody that they want to commit and settle down with. And I want to put one more card. What they're doing at the moment is they're doing something that helps for your future. They could be saving up money. They could be planning where to take you out on a date. They want to communicate this to you. You may receive some sort of weird communication from them, like they may try to impress you by writing you a letter in your native language, but it will be filled with grammar mistakes, and I think you're going to find it very sweet and endearing. So I'm just pulling two cards because we don't have time for more. We have here the Ace of Pentacles. It's so sweet. And the Page of Pentacles. Oh, there is a friend. This is not a romantic connection. There is a friend or a sibling in your person's life. It could even be a parent that is advising them against continuing this connection with you. This person says that money will always be a problem in your connection. And this person is a little bit class obsessed. So I do think that there may be a class discrepancy here, right? You come maybe from a better family or a better financial background than they come from, in spite of the fact that they have more the support of the community. It feels like you are the one that has the more solid financial situation. Or the situation could be vice versa, but I think those cases are rarer than what I just described earlier. This person could be struggling with some sort of skin disease, because I have a zit here on my chin and I was picking at it. So there is some sort of anxiety, some sort of issues related to, am I good looking enough for you? So when this person is not texting you, talking to you, they are having conversations about what kind of gifts can they give you, what kind of material, solid, pragmatic things they can bring into your life so that you choose them. because they want to be chosen by you. They have these fantasies of ending up married to you, but they are being ill-advised by somebody around them, either a very good friend, a parent, or a sibling. It may be a sibling because the Page of Pentacles here does talk about somebody that is younger, and they are low vibrational, unfortunately. So there is an earth sign, most likely somebody younger, a sibling around them, that keeps making fun of your person's capacity to earn a living or to be able to satisfy you in the future with all the gifts and the money that you need to live a really plentiful life. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, I keep scratching this. Yeah, your person is struggling. They are having some issues here with, am I good enough for you? I need to be perfect. I need to always look perfect, right? Yeah, there's a lot of pressure that they pile up on their shoulders. So if you can, transmit to them that they don't need to do this much to impress you, because they could be running the risk of spending a lot of time working to try to earn a lot of money to provide for you, rather than actually spending time being with you and getting to know you and having a really fruitful connection with you. So depending on what you want, right? This is my advice for you now. I hope you have enjoyed this reading. I'm going to end it here. I don't want to make it too long. Please comment down below and let me know your situation. I love to read your comments. And if you want to get in touch with me for a more specific personal reading tailored to your needs and your situation, the second link in my description box takes you to my website. But if this is where I leave you, then take good care of yourself, and I'll see you in my next one. Sending you lots of love. Ciao. Hi group 4, hello my loves. Welcome to a pick a card reading on the topic of what is your crush doing right now? Let's figure things out. So this is for those of you that were drawn to Hades, the god of the underworld. He's super famous. I don't know if you need an introduction. Maybe it's important to say that he's one that unfortunately drew the unlucky straw in a competition between his two other brothers, Zeus and Poseidon, because it is assumed that when the world needed to be divided into many sectors, he unfortunately was granted domain and power over the underworld, the muckier realms, where all the dead bodies and spirits reside, while Zeus took the heavens, the air, the land, and Poseidon took everything related to waters, water bodies, sea folk, sea people, mermaids. That's his domain. So Hades, unfortunately, he began life with the wrong foot, and he continued to garner a bad reputation when he was looking for a wife. And in spite of the fact that he negotiated with Zeus to find him a good wife, and he found one for him, his mother-in-law, her mother, intervened and says, "You will not take my daughter." Of course, I'm talking about the famous kidnapping of Persephone. Her mother was the goddess Demetra. She was the goddess of anything that is related to growth and agriculture, and she completely made lands barren when her daughter was kidnapped by Hades. The story is very rich. I'm not going to go into details. There are so many nuanced details that you can focus on and obsess with if you want. But it's important to keep in mind that you may be dealing here with an individual. Your crush could be an individual that is kind of tall, dark, and handsome, and maybe misunderstood, right? There could be this person that a lot of people project their anxieties and worries and fears onto. Maybe your person has a slight hunch, or they are a little bit into creepier things, you know, and it's almost like they get a lot of backlash for that, for the opinions that they have, the way they style themselves, the music that they listen to, the values that they have. I think that your person is very intelligent, introverted, deep, and intuitive, but they are somehow always made to feel like they're the black sheep. Yeah, so you could be dealing here with a person that's also very different from you. There is a lot of contrast between Persephone, the pure bride, and Hades, the dark lord of the underworld. So there may be this contrast between the two of you. I feel that, you know, one of you is a bit more experienced in love, and the other one is maybe has never dated. I feel like this is more your energy, like you could be the one lacking experience. You may not have any experience of, you know, what goes on intimately between two individuals. You fantasize about it, but haven't actually had the potential to live it out. And you're very drawn to this individual, your crush, who seems kind of like unafraid to experiment in the bedroom and to show you the ropes, so to say. Wow. Okay, so let's see right now your cards. I am getting a beautiful energy. I feel that your crush may be daydreaming a lot about you. I feel like you inspire a lot of tender feelings in this person. Oh, King of Pentacles, you could be dealing with an earth sign, somebody slightly older than you by a couple of years, in some cases months. I'm hearing that you were born in the same year but different months. Somebody with a lot more experience than you, maybe even a lot more money than you, or somebody that already began working while you're still studying. Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. 10 of Pentacles. This person is kind of like waiting on an inheritance, or they're about to switch jobs and they're going to unlock a lot of good fortune if they do that. There is a lot of money, a lot of stability. Wow, okay. I'm hearing that some of you have a crush on a literary character, like you finished reading a novel or a smutty book that had a character that was tall, dark, and handsome and had a lot of money, like Christian Grey kind of vibes, you know? That's kind of the vibe. So some of you are crushing on a literary character, okay? So I needed to point this out. Or on the character played in a series, like you finished watching, I don't know, 365 days. What is something that people were going gaga crazy over? I don't know, and there's this kind of like really good looking character, and he's rich and part of the mob, or drives a motorcycle, something of that nature. We have here the Six of Pentacles, and we have here the Chariot. Okay, so for those of you who are crushing on a real life individual, I see here an individual that's very generous and would like to take you out on a date, buy you a nice meal, buy you some drinks. I don't think that they will make the leap into buying you gifts yet. They don't know your preferences, so they wouldn't buy you a ring or a dress if you're into that kind of a thing yet, because they don't know that much about you. But they would be generous. Like I think this is a person that tips waiters and waitresses. I think this is not a person that holds back from being generous and giving to other people. I also think that this person physically is very giving and generous in the bedroom. They're very sensual. They like to please their partner. I also see here with the Chariot that your person, they're very focused on achieving their goals at the moment. They're very ambitious, and maybe they have fitness goals, or they want to buy a car and they're saving up money to do that, or they want to save up money, or they want to somehow organize their money to take a trip to go backpacking through Europe or America, depending where they are in the world. Your person has big plans, and they're currently organizing their finances to see how can they achieve their goals in a very in a cautious way, in a way in which they will not be financially insolvent or bankrupt by the end of this endeavor. Yeah, so they're not going to trump their way through life. Yeah, because it needs to be reminded that the current president of the United States of America is a person that failed and went bankrupt so many times, and now he's here to save the economy. The irony of it, right? Okay, coming back to the reading. So we have here, maybe your person has these really obnoxious ways of expressing their opinion, and a lot of people kind of go like, wah, they criticize them, they irk a lot of people with their values and their opinions, because I felt very tongue-in-cheek there. So we have here Water, the dolphin, a very playful, very sexual person. So I think that you know what this means. This crush of yours, when they are not with you, they are thinking about you in very lascivious ways, yeah? very sensual ways, and they are doing something to their body, if you know what I mean. Now we also have here, remember, they, like, if you guys had some sort of interactions, they really love the memories that you guys have created, yeah? So your crush is thinking fondly of all the things that you did together. And even if it was like more of an innocent date, in their mind, they are taking that date one step further, right? So if you just kiss them on the cheek, they're imagining in their fantasy, what would it be like to get you undressed, you know? Something of that nature. It escalated pretty quickly in their mind, yeah? They do see you as somebody that they want to, like, they feel magnetically drawn towards you. You're somehow bringing a lot of stability in their life, and they really enjoy that, because I think they are a person that they enjoy stability as well. They enjoy habits. They have their own little rituals. And now I see letting go, emotional release. Oh, okay. And I also see here surrender. The keywords are letting go, trust, and expansion. You got letting go twice. So what's going on here? Your person is playing some games. I need to let you in on this. So if you felt like there was instant attraction between you and your person, there was this, wow, powerful magnetic pull, you need to know that this person, they think that they can attract a lot of partners when they seem uninterested. Yeah. When they pull their energy back, when they are all of a sudden, so they were nice and friendly with you, and then they just drop the ball and they allow you to take the ball and do whatever you want with it in their direction. Yeah. It's, I forgot the line in that song, but it was a song by Mansion Air, Purple City. Listen to that song, because the lyrics to that song are a key into the psychology of your crush, the way that they think. I think one of the things that the guy sings is, I earn a lot, or I win a lot when I let it go. So I like to lose control, because that's when I let it come to me, or something of that nature. I'm sorry, momentarily I am in a brain fog with my musical references. It will come to me eventually, and yeah. Listen to the song, Mansion Air, Purple City. So we have here letting go and trust and expansion. They do feel that if they are going to treat you with indifference a little bit, you're going to become obsessed with them, which I think is already happening for some of you out there. So be careful about being manipulated by this person. They want a stronger, yeah, exactly, because I almost dropped the cards and I felt a shiver. They want a stronger reaction from you. They want you to put a bit more effort. They want a little bit more emotion from you, a bit more passion. Yeah, they want to get you to be a bit more riled up for them. Yeah, more passion. Pursue them with passion. This person is a little bit of a drama queen, and they want to be courted. And I feel that once you put passion and you pursue them, they are going to reply in kind, but they're not going to do anything up until that moment. They want you to show them that you really want them. And then when the deal is sealed, they're going to take control of the situation. I don't know. Playing games so early in the connection doesn't bode well in my point of view, but you don't have to listen to what I say. I'm just here to guide you and to give you as much information and clarity related to the situation as I can. But yeah, you are dealing with somebody who's really attractive, and I guess that this is why they like to play these games, because they have a lot of options and they want to see who's going to put some effort in for me. I'm going to stick to the person that shows that they want to work at this with me, that they are passionate about me, that I really matter in their eyes. This person is a little bit insecure, you know, it's like they need that validation. But also I think because they're so good looking and magnetic and a little bit rebellious, they can afford to do that, you know. So I'm going to end the reading here. I don't feel like this person's energy wants me to tell you more. It's like they're a bit mysterious. It's like don't give out everything. This person could be into old-fashioned movies. Yeah, like they could be very passionate about old school actresses like Teda Bara, for example, Louise Brooks, you know. Beautiful. I like this person's taste. We would get along well, you know. So yeah, talk to this person about hobbies. If you want to get them out of the mind space of playing games with you, talk to this person about things you may have in common. You may find that they're very good conversationalists once you get them focused on something that they really enjoy talking about. Okay, some constructive advice. Thank you for listening. Please comment down below and let me know what is your situation. If this reading didn't resonate 100%, don't worry, because it's a general reading. You may get in touch with me for a personal reading. I am open for those. Second link underneath this video down below over there takes you to my website, and you can see a range of my options. My love reading is amongst the most popular service that I have, so feel free to take advantage of it. This is where I leave you then. It's been a pleasure for you to divinate for you and for all of the other piles. Thank you so much for listening. Take care. Sending you lots of love, and I'll see you in my next one.